was a chance, and Farms made a perfect catch. It's a goal. It's a goal.
Throws the ball and shoots. Manchester fans are wild with joy, but there's more to come. Outside left, David Pegg is on the move straight from the restart. Jeff Hall blocks him, but he retrieves it and tries again. Over to Bobby Charlton, who slams it home.
United's European semi-final was a rather different matter, though. Their opponents were Real Madrid, Di Stefano, Copa, Gento and all. Both David Pegg and Eddie Coleman confessed to feeling sick with nerves at the prospect of facing the holders in front of 125,000 inside the Bernabeu. After holding up, United conceded 3 goals. But a scrambled reply from Tommy Taylor offered them hope. They'd learnt a lot, not least about some of Madrid's ugly cynicism in the tackle. Taylor's goal wasn't the prettiest, but it set up the return. Old Trafford's first floodlit European game.
European Cup semi-final, second leg. Madrid won the first encounter by 3 goals to 1, so United must get 3 clear goals in this match to reach the final. After 25 minutes, Copa takes a pass in the penalty area and shoots a low one. So began 9 minutes of dramatic, decisive soccer. Here's Madrid's second. Gento passes, Real shoots. Too easy. On come the floodlights for the second half. Manchester, 4 goals down in the aggregate, need a miracle to save them. Is this it? Pegg centres. Taylor does the rest. Another Pegg pass, and Charlton scores a beauty. They've equalised, but it's farewell to European Cup hopes.
The champions of Yugoslavia. United only have to draw to make sure of a place in the European Cup semi-final, the round in which they were beaten last year. The Belgrade Stadium is packed to capacity, everyone eager to see the young men whose fame has run round Europe.
The game was a 3-3 draw. The Busby Babes' farewell performance was a fitting one. Dennis Violet scored after 90 seconds as United raced into a 3-0 lead. But budding Bobby Charlton added 2 more in as many minutes, the first after an exhilarating run. The semi-finals were beckoning again.
On the fringe of a Munich airport lies the wreckage of an airliner, still smouldering from a crash in which 21 people were killed. Tragedy enough at any time. But in that plane were a group of young men who were almost the personal friends of millions. Manchester United, the finest soccer team Britain has produced since the war. And 7 of them died in the crash. 10 others, as well as their famous manager, Matt Busby, were injured. Some so seriously that their lives hung in the balance. Busby's Babes, as they were affectionately called, were on their way home from Belgrade when the disaster struck. They were on top of the world. Their 3-goal draw with Yugoslavia's Red Star team had put them through to the European Cup semi-finals. They had high hopes of the English FA Cup. Now those hopes are snuffed out, like the lives of 7 of their finest players. Duncan Edwards injured, Bill Fuchs injured. Mark Jones killed. Ray Wood injured. Eddie Coleman killed. David Pegg killed. Dennis Violet injured, Tommy Taylor killed. Roger Byrne killed. Bill Whelan killed, John Barry injured. At the time of going to press, Matt Busby was fighting for his life. The team secretary, Walter Crickmer, was killed. Manchester, from the moment the news came through, was a city in mourning. Newspapers sold as fast as they could be printed. It was as though every family in a city of 750,000 people had suffered a personal loss, and so indeed they had. At Old Trafford, the saddest football ground in the world, the flags flew at half-mast. And on hundreds of other football grounds, other flags were being dipped in sympathy. For this disaster is perhaps the most tragic single blow British sport has ever suffered.
I went looking for someone I left behind. Hey, but no one, just a stranger did I find. I never noticed, hadn't seen it as it grew. The void between us, where the flame turned blue. Different places, but they all look much the same. Dreams of faces in the streets devoured by names. I'm in collision with every stone I ever threw. Blind ambition where the flame turns blue. Words dismantled in our books and vows. Conversation, though we utter not a sound. I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, that you'd meet me when the flame turns